pretty. Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses, and this is my review on Magical Lady Duchess's 7-Day Money Candle. What this candle did for me is amazing. The first thing I want to say is money comes in all forms. This candle humbled me. This candle gave me opportunities. This candle has matured me. It spoke to me. It gave me downloads. It upgraded my system. It upgraded my money brain. It did a lot more for me than I thought it would for 20 fucking little petty ass dollars. Okay. I definitely will be buying this candle again, and this candle will be gifted to anybody who is open to receiving it. When I get more traffic to this channel, this candle will be a part of a giveaway. But you have to be ready to realize that when you make certain connections, when you tap into certain frequencies, not everything is universal. Okay? If you Google, if you talk to anybody who does magic and they give you a spell, it should be known that not every spell is going to work the same for everybody. And I started doing magic when I was 19. I'm 27. And a lot of the times I forget the basic principles and the foundations that I have embraced as the truth. I was so overwhelmed with the thoughts that this would be the answer to issues that I wasn't even fucking having, that I didn't know I had, my unknown unknowns, that I let that distract me. I've only been watching, probably right now, I've only been watching Magical Lady Duchess for all of 3 months. At the point that I ordered this candle, I was only watching her for about a month and a half, 2 months. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on myself. I already told you I'm 27. I've been practicing since I was 19. I didn't start using tools till I was about 22 or 23, somewhere around there. I didn't know anything about candles because the first time I actually utilized the candle when I was 19 for magical purposes, I almost burned my house down because of the energies that I was messing with and how I came at them. So I was discouraged from working with candles. Now, I didn't know what the fuck a 7-day candle was. When I ordered the candle, I thought it was going to be 7 fucking candles. The box is like this big, and I'm thinking it's going to be 7 little candles you burn every day. No, I was mistaken. I thought that maybe they would come in, increments. That was wrong too. It was just one candle. I had to fucking ask my son's mother what the fuck a 7-day candle is. I Googled it because she sometimes lies to me. And it was in fact only one candle. So what I did was, how I used it was, it was very irresponsible. It was greedy how I used it. And it was ignorant how I used it. What I did was I put down my sacred geometry pad, which is it's a laminated piece of paper with a yellow sacred geometry circle on it. I put my petition first on top of that. Then I put a dollar that I dressed on top of that. Then I put the candle on top of that. I wrote all over the candle. I combined Saturn with Neptune, their symbols. I combined Mars with Venus. I wrote affirmations, dollar signs, drew smiley faces. And I just really hooked it up. Then what I did, I put cinnamon, thyme, cloves, curry. I put ether oil, money drawing oil, showers of gold oil, easy times oil, and Jupiter oil. All these oils I got from Alchemy Arts, which is an occult shop on the north side of Chicago. They're very potent. Then what I did was I burnt the candle. This is overkill. Don't do this shit. And I probably ripped the fucking piece of the dollar and put it on the top and all of that. Overkill. I don't know how experienced you are and what you do, and but it was overkill. I put a stone grid around it. I put pyrite, tiger's eye, amethyst, rose quartz, citrine, clear quartz, and lapis. A fat ass pyramid that I have, organized pyramid that I have. Overkill. Then I put two. They're not in here. I put two obelisks on each side, one on each side, and I have a soapstone pyramid about this big. Overkill, bro. Overkill. Simplicity is key sometimes. I burned it the first day for 5 hours, second day for 5 hours. Third day, I got greedy. I put some sexual fluids in it, too much. Why I did this, all of this is very important. Why I did this was because I was having me and my son's mother where we were not in a good standing at this point. So, of course, I had a buildup and I released it. And it was overkill and it was way too much. And I fucked up the candle. I tried to burn it on that third day. The wick was too wet. So what did I do? I made up with her and I asked her to fix my candle. She fixed it and I burned it. This is 2 days later because I'm an Aries. I'm too prideful to I barely say thank you when people compliment me, that's not good. But I wasn't trying to apologize to her motherfucking ass at this point. But then I was like, you know what? The reason that I actually put the sexual fluids in there was to get money so I could get the fuck away from her. So if I ask her to fix the candle, maybe blah, 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 just thinking just like a fucking narcissist, like a manipulative sociopath narcissist, right? She fixed the candle for me. And this is on the 5th day, the third time that I burned it for 5 hours the 5th day. What happens? It cracked from the top all the way around halfway. Then it cracked some more to the bottom, and it cracked like a semicircle, like a half circle around the bottom. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I was burning it at night. I was meditating at first on it, and I was saying my affirmations, and probably into the third hour, it cracked. And when I went to fucking put it out, it's a pool of fucking dry wax. I was like, fuck, all over my table and shit, all over the petition, all over the dollar, all over my sacred G's. Some of the stones got hit with the wax, the pyramids. And of course, what do? I go on Magical Lady Duchess's YouTube again, because she has a video on what it means when certain candles respond a certain way. So how what it means when when the flame flickers, when it's little, when it's big, and what happens when the candle cracks. So of course, my Aries brain felt like I was the shit, and I was like, man, I killed that shit. Fuck that shit. So I lit it again. I'm watching more wax come out, lit it again. And then I got discouraged. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck happened. I think I lost some money. I think something like that happened. And then my spirit was telling me, yo, you don't write spells, you don't write petitions, because I never did. I usually used affirmations, and I meditated, visualized, used those affirmations for anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour. So what I did was I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I took the petition, which I wrote horribly, any fucking way, and I put it to the side. Then I took this candle, so removed all the wax from the bottom. Then I got a whole bunch of my stones, pyramids, all of that. And I did a ritual to redirect all the negativity and all the bullshit that I felt, and I brought it back into myself. I exalted it. I put it back into the candle, and then I burned it. I continued to burn it. I burned it for 20 minutes. Then I put it back, and I felt refreshed. I felt renewed, right? So I burnt the candle for 5 hours, 7 hours, until it was done. This whole process took about, I want to say 10 or 11 days, okay? I skipped a very important part. Probably about the third day, when there was 3 days left of wax, I was burning the candle, and I heard a voice say, "Don't pray for money. You need to manifest a job." And I was like, nah, I want some free money. Okay. The second time was, "You need to manifest a motherfucking job." And I was like, nah, I need free money. Third time, "You need to manifest a motherfucking job." At this point, guess whose voice it was? It was Magical Lady Duchess's voice. This is not very uncommon at all. She made this candle. It has her signature in it. It fused with my signature. I put my energy into it too. So I was like, I don't want a motherfucking job. I don't want a motherfucking job, Magical Lady Duchess's voice. I don't. But I affirmed that I was manifesting a job into my life, because some bullshit happened right after that, and I needed money, and I knew that I could get some money from a job from a company that I worked for previously. So I went to the company. They told me to go to an interview with this. It was a temp agency, temp to hire job, like fucking $13.50 an hour, right? Not bad. So I come back home. The interview was, I went to this place on a Thursday. Friday comes, I teed up. Saturday, Sunday, the candle's already done by this point. Saturday, Sunday night. Sunday fucking night, I had the interview at 8 o'clock in the morning. My son got sick because somebody gave him something he was not supposed to consume. And he was throwing up in his sleep when I tried to hold him for good luck. He's 2. I picked him up out of his crib to hold him and cuddle with him so I could go to sleep, right? Starts fucking vomiting every fucking where. My son's mother wakes up, and she took him in the tub. He threw up like 8 times, bro. And I looked in his crib, and I saw that he had already vomited it twice in his sleep. And I'm fucking like going nuts. I'm sleepy. I just got done meditating. And I'm pacing in the crib, walking in circles like a motherfucking crazy person. And then I swung a punch, and I punched something, and it exploded. And the first thing I thought was, fuck. The first thing I thought, of course, it was something spiritual that I punched. It was an oil burner. It wasn't glass. It was an oil burner that was supposed to look like wood, but it wasn't wood. And this happened. Okay. So after that, of course, I couldn't go to the goddamn interview, but this situation humbled the fuck out of me. If you watch my videos before, this happened like a month ago, before this incident, before this injury, and after, you'll see a different person. When I want to say 2 days after this happened, money started coming in like a motherfucker. And it wasn't free. It wasn't free money. I got probably 30 pages worth of assignments, and I charge $20 a page. How much is that? Exactly. Boom. And I was trying to manifest, like $5,000 in like 3 months. $500 I got in like a week and a half. I had to write 20 of those pages in fucking 4 days, right? Then I got about I want to say 6 more clients, and they all spent more than $50, right? Then I met somebody amazing that's just fucking like me. And I've been getting all these downloads, all this data, all these affirmations. People have been literally giving me money. I've been finding money. And a lot of things have been really financially easy for me. I'm just going to say it like that. Not even financially, but things have been pretty smooth for me. The things that I've made a lot of mistakes in this past month since this hand injury. I have made a lot of mistakes. That's just due to not lack of wisdom, but not paying attention to what I already know. Ignoring my foundation and just not being wise. And it's been turning out every time I make a mistake, it just goes higher. It just turns into gold every fucking time. Okay. I recommend that you definitely buy this candle. 110%. Now, the funny thing about this is I watched a video about narcissists on Magical Lady Duchess's page and why you should hex them. If you feel like you're a narcissist, if you want to be humble, anything you need, definitely buy this candle. And I mean, a lot of this shit was because I combined certain elements with the candle, because I empowered it with Saturn energy, because I empowered it with Neptune's energy, I empowered it with Venetian energy and Martian energy. And I don't put my own, because I tried to hook it up myself, I put my own soul into it. But that's not usually what I do. I usually use source energy and empower the tools, or empower my word when it comes out of my mouth with the source energy, whatever source it may be, whether it be the ocean, whether it be the rain, fire, whatever deity I may be working with. But I don't draw that in usually. And I don't empower the tools with it, with myself usually. I try to make it separate and then send thoughts and emotions towards it. But that's another story. Whatever you need, it'll get it to you. This candle's fucking amazing. It's worth way more than 20 petty ass little dollars. For example, the Alchemy Arts oil, the money drawing oil, that's only $5. There's at least $3,000 in that oil. I spilled that shit in my fucking pocket on accident at work. I got every bit of that $3,000. Probably $5, because I had that oil for about a year, and I didn't use that much of it. And I put it in my money bag, and I spilled that shit in my pocket. But money comes in all forms. Knowledge is power, and power is the real currency. Knowledge is the real currency. Power is the outcome. If you want that knowledge, if you need it, whatever you need, it'll get it to you. And the result will ultimately be at the end of the day, it'll be some bread in your pocket. But at that point, you don't even appreciate it as much as you appreciate the intangible things that you get from this candle. If you need a real life transformation, this is an investment that you should look into. Okay? The money is going to be you're just going to be so disgusted by the fact that you came so high with this candle, and the result was something so lower dimensional. I mean, I like the money, of course, and it's still working. I can still feel it. I can still feel it working. Even though it was like a month ago, I can still feel it because I kept the jar, I kept the wax, and I put it in my money bag, and I put it, in certain boxes, and I packaged it, and I'm going to keep it and continue to use it. I break a little piece off and I put it in my candles sometimes. But You know, I use the jar as a money jar. I put coins in it, I put incense in it, and I balance it with the 4 or 5 elements. And I still use it like that. But yeah, man, 110%, no matter what you're going through, definitely invest in Magical Lady Duchess's 7-day money candle. That's it, man. Life is in the breath. Breathe it in. Peace.